Hello, buddy. This is Eric Navas, and welcome to UBF Calls. This is a anti-UBF YouTube channel. For those who are new subscribers or new person watching this video, my name is Eric Navas. I used to be an ex-member of a UBF chapter, UBF church in the West Coast, in the state of California, called El Community UBF. But they are more known by their front group name, Shepherd's Church. So it's been a while since I did a video. Had a burnout, not with this, but with something else, and just took a break for a while. And as you notice, you can see in the back that I'm in my room again. I actually bought a fan, so now I can't do the video without worrying about the temperature, because in the West Coast it's kind of hot. So if you see a little like flickering, sorry about that. You see a little flickering in the background. It's because the fan is just, it's on medium, and some things are like kind of flicker when the fan is blowing this way, like right now. So apologies about that. So in this video, I'm going to answer the question that UBF themselves will not be straightforward about. And the question is UBF LGBTQA friendly? Is it LGBTQA inclusive? And the answer is no, they're not. See, okay, before I explain UBF's, I guess, political spectrum about the issue, let me explain what that is for those who don't know. There's going to be at least one person who doesn't know. So LGBTQA, I think there's going to be a letter P that'll be added on later on, is, because June there's a Pride Month movement just dedicated to advocating that. So LGBTQA stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer, and asexual. That's 6 terms. So what does each one stand for? Sorry about that. Also, I have headphones just in case I receive a phone call from a job that I applied to. That's a whole story for another time. Alright, sorry about that. So L stands for lesbian, lesbian meaning a woman loves another woman. Gay means, when a man loves another man, that's gay. Bisexual is somebody who loves both women and men. That's what bisexual is. Transgender is like another word for it would be shemale. It's, let's say there's a guy, but he believes that he's actually a woman, that by birth it was a mistake for him. It was a mistake that he came out as a male, but he should be a woman. Is someone who would go get surgery, and for a guy who believes he's a woman, he would go get he would add female implants, female body parts to his physical body, to his physique, and physically transform himself into a woman, even though he was originally born as a male. The same goes for vice versa. The woman believes she was supposed to be a man, she would add a male body parts. I'll just keep it at that. I'm gonna keep this kind of clean in case young people are watching, and etc. That's what a transgender person is. Queer is someone who is like, I guess, simple, like strange or odd. Their sexuality is someone who just has their own unique, or I guess society terms, odd sexual desires. That's what queer is. And asexual is someone who is attractive to someone else, typically straight, but that's not always the case, but has no desire to have sexual relations with that person. So that's what each of them stand for. And there's also two more letters that should be added. There's also P and there's also M as well. P stands for pansexual. Is someone who's attracted to basically anybody. By anybody I mean like lesbian, gay, transgender, etc. That's a pansexual. And then there's metrosexual, those who are basically straight, heterosexual, but they dress as though they're not heterosexual, as though they're gay or lesbian. Kind of like a fashion trend. That's what metrosexual is. So I'll put a link in the description, like the definition of all the terms I just mentioned. And if I'm wrong about any of the terminology, please correct me. So that's what all those letters stand for, and that's what that's about. So UBF is not straightforward about it. In the political spectrum, they're very conservative about that kind of thing. They're, by conservative, I mean like to the very extreme. In fact, the UBF environment is created in the way so that you cannot come out the closet. And if you do, what's going to happen is you'll get kicked out. You're going to be blacklisted. You're going to be treated as some kind of freak. There'll be gossip around you. And people will basically put distance, which is kind of like blacklisting. But they're not going to help you overcome this problem. They're not going to help you overcome, the trauma, the inner conflicts that's bottled up inside you. Rather, UBF's belief is that you should either get it beaten out of you through Bible study, like rebuking, reprimanding, some cases physical beatings, as in like extreme chapters like Chicago or Chicago UBF in the US, in the States, or Bonnie UBF in Germany, where they sometimes physically beat it out of you, or you have to just kind of hold it in. You feel the need to hold it in because of how other people react or respond to you. Other UBF members will respond to you if you came out of the closet, so to speak. So that's UBF's personal belief point. Like I said, they're not upfront about it. So if let's say you're approached by a UBF shepherd or Bible teacher, shepherd is another word for Bible teacher. And you ask them this question, or if you go on one of UBF's websites and ask this question, they're not going to be upfront about it. They're just going to be around the bush. What they're going to do is, okay, let's have a Bible study or something. Right? You have a Bible study, you'll be on probably on Genesis or John. And then they ask you what do you think about the Bible study? And then ask if you can go for another Bible study. But they never answer your question. See, the problem is UBF is very fixated on numbers, on getting people into the church, that it's difficult to see, or they seem to forget how to be considerate of other people. In this case, it's a simple yes or no question. Is UBF LGBTQA exclusive? Do they allow LGBTQA people to become a member of UBF, let alone have a leadership role? And the answer is no. But see, they'll just, like I mentioned earlier, they'll just beat around the bush by, saying we'll have a phone call, or let's let's have a Bible study, but they never answer a question. Even in the Bible studies, they don't answer your question. They don't do that. And then it's just like you're just racking your brain. Okay, but that doesn't answer my question. And at this point, you're gonna get frustrated, and then you just stop going Bible study altogether. It's not that you have anything against them or anything like that. It's just that they're not willing to answer a yes or no question, and that's the problem UBF sees sometimes. And that's the problem that happens more often than not. And the UBF board members cannot see that. Right? It's because, it's not that people don't want Bible study. Well, there's that, but sometimes they just want answers to questions. They want someone to talk to. They want someone to really conversate with, hang out, get to know, that kind of thing. But the problem is UBF's understanding is that in order to get your question answered, you have to go through Bible study. You need a personal shepherd, and by doing so, their mindset is very shallow. It becomes narrow that way. The understanding is, okay, this person wants counseling, this person wants to hang out or something like that. He needs to be my sheep first, and then we could do that later. And that's a very, not only it's odd, it's very odd way of going about it, but it's also more often than not helpful. Not helpful, and it just only backfires most of the time. Where, if this person's in the student's mind or the outsider's mind, if they're not going to be upfront or willing to answer my question, why should I get involved with this group? You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it for this video. For those who are wondering, UBF is not LGBTQA inclusive. They totally oppose. They have very strong conservative views about against that. No.